Hello everyone, welcome to lesson 2 of my drawing tutorials. In this lesson we'd like to get to the point where we can draw fizzy drinks cans. So this can is all just based around cylinders like this. So this is a lot simpler. It's just a cylinder. As you can see here, it's almost a circle, so it's called an ellipse. It's a circle that's just squished. So as you can see here, it's got a thin ellipse at the top and then it gets fatter at the bottom, like more circle-like. That's because of what I explained in lesson 1 about perspective. So as it gets further away, not only does it get smaller, but it fattens out at the bottom. So we want to take advantage of that in our drawing to make our drawings look more realistic. So what I'll do is I'll explain how to draw a cylinder, and then what I'd like you to do is take that skill and then turn it into this. So first things first, we need a fresh page. So if we start off by drawing a circle, and then horizontal line and a vertical line in there. With an ellipse, it's slightly different. So it's still got that horizontal line where it's the same width, but then the height is much smaller. It's just been squished. So if you see that circle at the top there, when you turn it on its side, it turns into an ellipse, like that. So that's the difference between the two. So if we then, to draw this, start off with a centre line down the middle. You do a thin one at the top, then at the bottom a little bit smaller. So if we start at those 2 points and mark out the points at the bottom, so the width is smaller at the bottom. We join those lines, they are your either side, and then at the bottom make it more circle-like. So at the top you can go a bit harder with the line because all of it can be seen, whereas the back end won't be seen, so you don't put that as hard. So it's a bit more like shadow, just to get the point across of what is happening with your drawing. So centre line again, start at the top. You can already see that's far too over that side, so I'll just start again on the side. Like that. And then it goes to that part there. And then the base. That is your basic outline of the can. It's quite hard to get the proportions right, so how tall and fat it is. So it just takes a few practice goes really to try and get it right, and then you can start getting all the details in. So now if you bring that bit down on each end, because that has actually got flat, it doesn't go straight from the top down to there, it goes down a bit and then across. So if we draw that bit out, like that, and then draw out those lines. That makes it a bit more realistic on that point. And then you've got that part is actually rounded and straight down the side, making it a bit more bolder. And then this all gets a little bit complicated in here. So the top lip actually has a thickness. So what you want to do is go round inside the top ellipse a very small distance away from the other line. A little bit like that, but probably spend a little bit more time on it. And then there's the cylinder in the center. That's just a little bit lower than that one, like that. So you're just moving that down and making it a little bit fatter. Then we've got that hole in there. So roundabouts there. It's easier if you just put a can there and trying to replicate what you see. And then we've got the main tab. So this one is easiest to tilt your can over and look at where it is. Like that. And it's got a thickness on that, so bring that down. Similar to that. So that's the bare minimum. I've obviously spent a little bit longer on this one. And then what I'd like you to do is be as artistic as you can. Either do a normal branded one like I have done, or even do your own decorative bit. So if you give yourself like a label space and then do it across there. But remember, it's all going around. It's not just going straight across, it's going around like that. So it makes it a bit more difficult to do any writing. So you can see I did a little bit of an outline to work around where the base is and where the top is. So if you can do that for me and hand that in, then that'll be great. So good luck